Hello, welcome back to Hamana, the next episode for how to start your garden from scratch. Today we want to talk about seedlings and nursery, and I want to show you a couple of options for seedling containers. So what we have here are, these are old water bottles. You can see they're cut in half and they are open at the bottom. So that and they filled with water at the bottom. So if you put them in here, then the water gets sucked up into the soil for the seedlings, so that you don't need to water the seedlings. So here at the top, we've got the soil with the seedlings. In this case, it's beans, and at the bottom, we've got water. So if you don't have such big containers as this water container, you can also use milk containers, old 2-liter milk containers, or 1-liter water bottles, any type of container you've got. And it's the same principle. It's water is at the bottom, we put holes in the lid, and the water gets sucked up into the soil. Now, another option are these ones. You can use old yogurt containers or any other plastic containers you find. And again, important is to put holes at the bottom so the water can drain out and is not stuck into the container. Okay, another option for seedling containers are these ones, where you can produce lots of different seedlings at once. And we're actually producing lots of Ethiopian kale right now for vertical bags to be donated to low-income areas, for people to be able to actually grow their own food now during COVID-19. Now, another option, a little bit bigger than this one I just showed you, is this egg tray. Here you can also just fill them with good potting soil, and I will tell you a little bit about potting soil later. And you can use this as seedling containers as well. And the last option over here is to make seedling containers out of newspapers. I show you later how to roll them. It's very easy. You just need old newspaper, and you can put it in a tray like here, put water at the bottom, and the water is then feeding the soil and the seedlings from the bottom as well. Now, your choice of seedling containers is very much dependent on the size of your seeds. Now, for example, these seeds are very big, so big bean seeds. And you can imagine it wouldn't make sense to put these in the small containers, and maybe even this one is too small. So I think the best would be either the newspaper container or the 2-liter water bottles or milk bottles. Whereas if you have very small seeds, like here we've got the Ethiopian kale, then these ones you can actually use for the very small containers. So always make sure that you put the right seeds in the right size of containers.
Yeah, hapa nitaeleza kwa ufupi sababu mshaelezwa, mshaonyeshwa. Mimi nitawaelezea tu. Hii ni njia rahisi ya kutengeneza ama kupanda miche. Unaweza tumia containers, water containers, ama kwa njia nyingine mkikuja hapa na tunatumia hii containers ya kuhifadhi maziwa kutoka kwa supermarket. Ama kando na hiyo, ukikuja unaona hii njia nyingine tumetengeneza newspaper, alafu tunatengeneza mahali pa kupanda miche yetu. Alafu ukikuja hizi vitu za kununua mayai, labda usitupo kutoka kwa supermarket, unaweza tumia. Alafu njia nyingine ika hapa, yani njia rahisi ambayo naweza tumia. So langu imekuwa tu ni kuwaelezea kwa ufupi, sio kuenda sana flat now, sio weza kupanda mbegu kwa njia iliyo rahisi. Asante. Okay, guys, now I'm going to explain briefly on how to make our containers, simple containers, some simple way of making containers using our newspaper. This is the newspaper. It was full, but I picked a half of the newspaper, and I have the glass bottle here, and the one end of the glass bottle must be open. So this is how to do it. I will just start it. Maybe watch me carefully so that you follow keenly on what I'm going to do here. I'm rolling the paper. I'm rolling the paper. I'm rolling the paper. The paper is now rolled. And now I'll explain why we must have the entrance towards the bottle glass. This is now the entrance or the open side. You press together your newspaper. You push it inside the glass. You push it inside the glass like this. After you have pushed it inside, you do like this. You do like this. You take the glass out. Yeah, already this one is our newspaper container. So to make it more tight, you just put it down like this, and you take the glass, the glass bottle. You put it inside, just like this, just like that, and you press it hard, like that. This is already your seedling container. We have made it already.
Okay, now we're going to talk about potting soil, because we need special soil for the seedlings and for the seeds to come up, because the seeds are very tiny and the roots are very tiny and they need to find their space. So we can't just use normal sand or normal soil. So what we normally do is we do 1/3 compost, which is this one. Nice fluffy organic matter. Then 1/3 black soil, black sand, sorry, which is just giving the soil a little bit more air and for the roots to actually grow easier. And then we've got the normal soil out of the garden, which is over here. So we're gonna put everything in a wheelbarrow. It's like 1/3 sand, 1/3 compost, and 1/3 soil. Mixing everything up, and then if you've got used coffee grounds, so the leftovers of your coffee machine or your espresso machine, this is also very good for potting soil. It adds lots of nitrogen, so you can just pour it over and mix everything up. And there we go. You got your own potting soil. You don't need to go to the nursery to buy any potting soil. You can actually produce it yourself.
Okay, hapa nitawaonyesha kutengeneza mchanga, jinsi ya kutengeneza mchanga wa kuweka mbegu yetu, kupanda miche zetu. Kwanza tulichukua 3 borders ya mchanga ama soil tukaweka hapa. Alafu the same measure ya compost manure ndio hii, tukakuja tukaweka hapa. The same measure ya sand, mjanga kutoka kwa mto ndio hii, tukakuja tukaweka hapo. Alafu tukakuja tukachanganya. Tushamaliza hivyo, tayari mjanga yetu iko tayari kupanda mbegu. Na kwa nini tumemix hizi vitu? Sana sana kama mjanga inasaidia mizizi ya mbegu kupenetrate easily. Hii mjanga tukiweka ndani, mizizi ya mbegu inapenya kwa urahisi. Alafu tena inasaidia badala ya maji kusimama kwa ile container, inasaidia kunyonya maji.
Okay, so I briefly want to talk about seeds. Most of the seeds you can get at the shops, they are hybrids, meaning you can't reproduce out of them. So, for example, if you grow a tomato and you want to take the seeds out of the tomato to grow a new one, generally it's not working. Maybe it works for one generation, but the next one will then just grow green, but don't carry any fruits. So most of them are actually hybrids, and we try to generate our own seeds in the garden for our own production. So as much as possible, try to get non-hybrid seeds, because then you can always collect your own seeds from your own plants. Another thing, if you buy seeds at the shops, is you can see easily the difference between these two beans. So these ones are bought in the shop, and these ones are generated from our own garden. You can see there's a big difference in color. because most of the seeds you buy in the shops here are treated already with pesticides. And if we want to do organic farming, we don't want these seeds. So we rather want these seeds, because this pesticide around the seed will then destroy the bacteria in the garden, which we try to promote through compost and through manure. And you can, it's actually a law that there is like a warning on the back of each package you buy. You can see here in red, I don't know if you can read it, but it basically says it's toxic, seeds are treated with toxic chemicals and don't eat them. So you can easily see if seeds are treated or not. So always watch out for these type of warnings. So and
yeah. Hapa nitajaribu kuwaelezea kwa ufupi juu ya mbegu ya kununuliwa kutoka dukani na ile yenye wewe unatoa kwa shamba yako mwenyewe. Ukienda kwa duka unaona mbegu ya kutoka kwa duka inakaa kama hii, na hii ndio ya kutoka kwa shamba. Na hii ya kutoka kwa shamba kwa nini iko nyeupe? Sababu ni natural. Na sababu tunapanda tukitumia njia natural way of planting, organic. Njia ya organic hatutaki kutumia hii, sababu hii imechanganywa na chemicals. Ndio maana ukikuja kuangalia kwa hii ukinunua, wanaona ni red, wameandika toxic, yani ni mbegu yenye sumu, usikule. So tukitumia mbegu kutoka kwa duka naenda kuharibu hiyo mchanga yetu ambayo tunajaribu kuijenga. Kwa hivyo tutumie mbegu yetu sisi wenyewe ambayo tumetengeneza kutoka kwa shamba.
Okay, now I want to actually tell you how do we actually obtain seeds. So we can get seeds from all fruit-carrying plants like tomatoes, pepper, cucumber, gooseberry, pumpkin. So here you see the already made pumpkin, already cleaned and dried pumpkin seeds from our pumpkins in the garden. But how do we actually wash and clean them? This is a tomato. So here we get the seeds out of the flesh. You can see the seeds are covered with the tomato flesh. We don't want the flesh, so we're going to put it in the water, stir it up, and let it sit there for a couple of days, maybe like 3 to 5 days, until the flesh is decomposed. Then we take the seeds out, put them on a toilet paper or any kitchen paper, and let them dry. And then we store them in our glasses. Make sure that the seeds are really, really dry so that they don't start to decompose in your glass and fungi is going to get developed. So you can do this with fruit-carrying plants, but you can also do it with beans. If you don't want to eat all the beans, you want to keep some of them for production in your garden, with peas, and even with fruit-carrying, with fruit trees like avocado and guava and mango, so you can start doing that from fruit trees as well.
Okay, hapa nitaeleza tu kwa ufupi kurudia ile ambayo imeelezwa. Hapa tuko na miche za malenge. Tukitengeneza malenge, tukikula, tunatoa hii miche, tunakuja tunaanika, tunakuja tunapanda baadaye. Hapa ni nyanya, vile imeelezwa kwa lugha ya Kiingereza, mimi naeleza tu kwa ufupi kwa Kiswahili. Hii ni nyanya. Tukikula nyanya, hii nyanya ukikata nyanya unaingiza hivi kijiko, unakuja unatoa mbegu yake, unakuja unaweka kwa glass, unaachilia kwa glass, inaajana na hiyo nyama, ina zinc, alafu unakuja unatoa hiyo mbegu yake, baadaye unaweka aidha kwa karatasi ama kwa tissue paper ama kwa kitu yoyote, unaanika, ikikauka unaweka store. Ni hiyo tu.